News Panorama is a TV news magazine program that gives you the story behind the story.
It tells the stories the way they should be told by capturing the larger scale.
It deals with people's deep feelings on issues that, when brought to the fore, ultimately educates, informs and entertains.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
Consistency in agricultural practices is crucial for sustainable food production, economic stability, and environmental health. It ensures predictable crop yields, reduces risks of food insecurity, and helps farmers manage resources efficiently. Consistent agricultural practices also contribute to the better environmental outcomes by promoting sustainable soil health and minimizing the impact of climate change. This week on News Panorama, we take a look at the various aspects of the Cross River State government's intervention in agriculture and its future impact on the citizen and the economy of the state. World Freedom of Speech Day, the recent announcement by the Corporate Affairs Commission on shutting down all unregistered businesses in Nigeria, Workers' Days, and on the spot with the Honorable Chairman of Obodo Local Government Council, Honorable Peter Odiandeye. It is a must-watch. Happy New Month! Welcome to the month of May and Happy Workers' Day. Celebrating workers acknowledges their essential contribution to society, promotes workers' rights, and can foster a more positive and productive work environment. Welcome and thanks for joining me on the program News Panorama. I am Josephine Efanga.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
If you have just tuned in, you're watching News Panorama. The state's government, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation Development, has initiated a comprehensive training program aimed at empowering farmers to improve their agricultural practices. The program serves as a vital link between the government and the farming communities, fostering collaboration and support. The report.
Agriculture is vital to economies around the world and plays a crucial role in food security and environmental stewardship. Report has it that it can be divided into various branches such as crop production, animal husbandry, amongst others. The Commissioner for Agriculture and Irrigation, Honorable Jones Nebokpo, stressed the need to keep strong farming programs going in all 18 local government areas of the state. The Commissioner, who was represented by his Permanent Secretary, Mr. Ekpe Basi, mentioned that these programs are focused on helping farmers because they play a vital role in growing food and ensuring food security.
His Excellency, the Governor of the state, Apostle Senator Prince Bassey Derotu, has decided to reawaken the agricultural mindset of our people. And cassava happens to be one of the value chains that our people have been using to generate revenue, to sustain their livelihood in all the communities in our state.
The coordinator for the Cassava Value Chain Project, Venerable Augustine Okwa, shared that the project aims to help farmers by giving them training and resources to boost their farming skills and output. He encouraged farmers to use what they learned in their work.
Kudos to His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, Prince Senator Bassey Derotu, who have discovered this vision that cassava can change the economy of Cross River State.
Some farmers thanked the state governor, Senator Bassey Derotu, and his wife for their support in bringing the initiative to bear. They highlighted how important agriculture is for their lives, family, the state, and the country.
As a cassava farmer, the importance of this project chain is that of the truth that if we go about farming cassava in a large quantity, I believe that as a person, we will not have food scarcity again.
We all know that cassava is a very specific farming product to us, and it gives us a lot of products like gari, starch, fufu, which a lot of people are consuming. So I think cassava really helps us to grow in this axis of Cross River State.
We use cassava in so many things, like tapioca. Everywhere now, it is a product of cassava.
So now I love, as I see you today, to bring this income, to come and hard with us, to use that one and do a more better farm.
The knowledge we have here will make us to increase our yield in our planting.
The training is quite on time because now I'll be able to cultivate my cassava for commercial purposes.
The event featured training on the best practices to improve farming. Ewiti Christopher for CRBC News Panorama.
The state's government has recently initiated significant investments in the coffee production industry in different local government areas of the state. It is a response to the soaring demand for coffee both locally and globally. Recognizing the potential for the economic growth, the strategic move aims to boost the agricultural sector while creating new job opportunities for the residents, they report.
Coffee is one of the world's most traded commodities. In states where coffee is cultivated, it often serves as a significant economic driver, providing employment opportunities in farming, processing, and distribution. The Commissioner for Agriculture and Irrigation Development, Honorable Johnson Nebokpo, said he is hopeful that the new coffee initiative will boost farming in the state, create job opportunities, attract investment, and make Cross River a top producer of high-quality coffee in Nigeria. He also mentioned that the state government is dedicated to working with others to promote economic growth and sustainable development in the region.
For every day, for every second, 5 to 10 million people are drinking coffee. So there's a global demand that has to be met. We need the support of the chairman to do number one, identify farmers, group them into associations, and secondly, we also need land where we can establish coffee estates.
The chairperson of the Committee for Cocoa, Coffee and Oil Palm Strategic Planning, Professor Susan Ohen, along with Kenneth Assam from the Coffee and Tea Association of Nigeria, shared that their goal is to create a sustainable and technology-focused coffee industry in Cross River State. The plan to grow coffee in 10,000 hectares from 2025 to 2032, which could bring significant economic advantages to the state and help the environment.
The strategic pillars of that roadmap, the first one is to develop sustainable coffee production in Cross River State.
Has a favorable climate and soil conditions. It can support both the Arabica, which is the premium coffee, and the Robusta, which is the general coffee blend.
Local government council leaders, including Honorable Yibala Inyang from Yakar, Honorable Edidi Edodi from Biase, Honorable Etieka Beatrice Inyam from Boki, and Chief Sonny Ayang from Obanliku showed their support for the project. They believed it is a crucial effort to generate jobs and foster economic growth in Cross River, and they thanked the Ministry of Agriculture for leading this important initiative.
We need to carry out our own local design awareness strategy that will aid us to sensitize our villagers to know that the labor we waste in all this cultivation of cassava and all this may not even yield more benefit than coffee. We need to tell people what coffee is to the world, and we need to encourage them individually and in a group to ensure that the partner and carry out this coffee production in our various local governments.
We are ready for coffee. In fact, I think I'm going to be one of the farmers.
Both as a local government and even private individuals who will project to it. In terms of advantages, it will go a long way to our
By prioritizing farmers' education and development, the state government is investing in a resilient agricultural future that promises to uplift the livelihoods of local communities while contributing to the state's economic growth. This report takes us through how farmers are expected to experience significant improvement in crop yields and economic returns. Blessing Basi has more the report. The Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, on Tuesday, 29th of April 2025, announced a 6-week deadline for all businesses in Nigeria to register according to the Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA of 2020. This warning issued from Abuja highlights the importance of the compliance among businesses to ensure they cooperate within the law. In Calabar, our correspondent surveyed local opinions regarding the urgent notice from the CAC, the report.
Registering one's business is a crucial step that provides a solid foundation and helps ensure long-term success. Report has it that a registered business enhances business credibility with customers, suppliers, and potential investors. It also shows that the business owner is serious and committed to his or her venture. The Corporate Affairs Commission has given a 6-week deadline for all businesses in Nigeria to comply with the registration requirement set forth by the Companies and Allied Matters Act of 2020. However, this initiative aims to ensure that businesses operate legally and have the necessary certification. According to a circular released on Tuesday in Abuja, the CAC warns that businesses who fail to register within this time frame will face strict consequences. Speaking with some business owners in the state, revealed mixed reaction to this ultimatum. While many agree that registering businesses is vital for legitimacy and growth, they express frustrations regarding the CAC's online registration portal issued with network connectivity and long wait times are significant barriers that needs addressing.
In life, everybody has decision and choice. Because as of me, I've registered I have my own CAC. So even if there should be one day, people that don't want to register will not register. And another issue is the registration portal. How free is it? You might go there now. Before they will register 1 or 2 persons, more than 2 months ago. So the issue is not only just go and register. What are people that are willing to go and register? Will there be access to it?
This move by the Corporate Affairs Commission emphasizes the importance of formalizing businesses to promote transparency and accountability in the Nigerian economy. Other business owners called for increased awareness campaigns, especially in rural areas, to inform them about the registration process and the potential penalties for non-compliance.
Okay. Concerning the CAC, I don't think there's a long process to it. Just for you to go there, give them your name, they will search for name for you. If the name is out, from there you now can start. They will tell you the next thing to do. So I don't think there's any long protocol to it. So it's advisable for everyone to register.
Anybody who is running a business either in the state or in other villages, it is only right that you register your business. You get me? But the publication you're talking about that has embargo that we have actually placed. Now for anybody to get this information, I think they should keep announcing it until it gets to even the common man in the village.
However, while the CAC directive is seen as a positive step towards improving business practices, many believe that additional support and resources are essential for successful implementation. Blessing Basi for CRBC News Panorama.
World Freedom of Speech Day, marked annually on May 3rd, is dedicated to defending one of humanity's most essential rights, the freedom to express thoughts, opinions, and beliefs without fear. It serves as a global reminder of the importance of dialogue in building inclusive democratic societies. Yet, in an era where individuals face increasing censorship, online harassment, and social retaliation for speaking out, the effectiveness of this day comes into question. Is it truly a driving change, or has it become more symbolic than impactful? The report.
World Freedom of Speech Day is celebrated every year on May 3rd to affirm the fundamental rights of individuals to express their thoughts and opinions freely. It is a cornerstone of democracy and human dignity. However, in recent years, the very principle of free speech has been increasingly misused, not by oppressive institutions, but by individuals who weaponize it to spread hate, misinformation, and division. While freedom of speech protects the right to express even unpopular opinions, it does not mean freedom from responsibility or consequences. Unfortunately, some individuals now use the banner of free speech as a shield for harmful rhetoric such as hate speech, harassment, racism, xenophobia, or dangerous conspiracy theories.
For some persons, they just believe that the freedom of speech allows you to express yourself without thinking of how the next or the other person feels. But in the actual sense of the word, I know for those who understand the real essence of the implication of freedom of speech, they know that whatever you say has implications on you.
Government of today, maybe it depends on the state. Because as for Cross River State, that we have a good real governor and the wife that knows God. As a human, you don't expect everybody to say good thing against you. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. You understand? So you may decide to say anything you like. You understand? But let their conscience judge you.
True freedom of speech should enable dialogue, challenge injustice, and protect the rights of the marginalized. But without responsibility, it becomes a tool for chaos. Individuals who misuse these rights often reject any form of accountability, equating consequences with censorship. This mindset distorts the meaning of the day and weakens efforts to build respectful, open societies.
Advice to people is that once you are speaking to people, you don't overuse your words. You know what to say today so that they will not be hurt. So freedom of speech is not by using it by force and be saying all manner of things to people. You respect people, you talk to people with respect.
I think freedom of speech is a good thing and everybody should have the right to freedom of speech. But I would advise that you do not go overboard. We all have feelings and there are certain things you could say that could implicate you or put you in trouble. So I would say while you are at your freedom of speech, when you're using it, always know the right things to say and the right words to use. So all of us have feelings. So we don't want to go out hurting people's feelings because all the name of freedom of speech.
As we celebrate the World Freedom Day, I will advise that you speak, you think before you talk, so that you not step on people's toes.
The celebration of World Freedom of Speech Day becomes complicated. Rather than fostering understanding, empathy, or accountability, the day is sometimes invoked to excuse reckless or malicious expression. This undermines the original purpose of the day, to uplift the voices of the oppressed, not empower those who wish to silence others through intimidation or misinformation. For CRBC News Panorama, Efiowan Ekpita reporting.
Over now to On the Spot with the chairman of Obudu Local Government Council. It takes us into his achievements in office.
Welcome to On the Spot on News Panorama. Here with us is the Honorable Chairman of Obudu Local Government Council, Honorable Peter Odiendeye. He's going to tell us his achievement just these few months in office. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
From the look of your leadership, you tend to focus on infrastructure, infrastructural developments like the road and all of that. How did you get to this? Do you really think that this is what the people want?
When we rolled out our social contract with our people before the elections, we canvassed on certain things that we're going to do for our people. And we did say whatever we're going to do was going to be on a needs assessment basis. So all that we have ever engaged in is embedded in the social contract that we entered into with our people. They told us we're going to do road infrastructure by way of grading of roads, opening farm routes, and most of the roads that had become impassable. We said we're going to intervene in all those, and we have started doing that. Aside the road infrastructure, we are equally working on health. We have a primary constitutional responsibility of looking after the primary healthcare system, which is at the base of the rural populace. We have intervened in more than our PACs. We even go as far as settling bills of most of our patients who are incapacitated by virtue of finances. We do that. We are in talks with the Cross River State Health Insurance Agency on how to enroll some of our constituents, mostly the vulnerable population, on the health insurance scheme. We feel earnestly that that will be more sustainable because we have a population that lives virtually below the poverty threshold. So we are intervening in that to ensure that they have access to affordable healthcare, like all those whom God have blessed to so do. I think that's the primary responsibility of government, and we are poised in doing that.
Okay, so sir, as a local government chairman of Obudu, how do you plan to harness the economic potential of Obudu local government?
Most people don't know, we are into cocoa production. Very unfortunately, we've not been listed as one of cocoa producers in the state.
That's surprising because very few people know that Obudu is part of the cocoa producing local government area.
Yes, that is because most of what we produce is not graded within the local government. It's taken elsewhere and it's graded there and it's accounted to those people as if they are the producers of that product. So what we are doing as a local government is to build a grading warehouse and to ensure that those routes that hitherto have been used in taking our products out without grading, we get to block them and ensure that every product that is produced from our local government is graded and accounted for. By so doing, one, will have been getting the economic benefit that is derivable from those products, and at the same time, creating jobs for our youthful population. That value chain alone should be able to generate and increase our GDP as a local government. We are equally harnessing other products. We have the tourism sector that is meant to be thriving. We have a population, and now we are so blessed with so much diversity that you find out that there are a village where you have the ladies or the females speaking a different language from the men. That on its own is a tourism component of the district. We are trying to build on that to ensure that we begin to get external support and visits to that area. So we intend to build and to grow that area, make it prominent, and equally expose the cultural diversity of that very place to ensure that we get the revenues that are derivable from that very subsector.
Okay, sir, so you've talked about harnessing the tourism part, and then you also mentioned the grading in the local government. By grading, are you trying to tell us that in no time we are going to have industries to process your raw materials for people to actually know that these raw materials are gotten from Obudu and they belong to Obudu, and people to start coming there to patronize?
Yeah, essentially, when you start, it's in the chain. Because start what we are doing, even thankfully, His Excellency, the State Governor, is doing so well in agriculture. What we are working with is we already have the product already grown, even though we are still expanding on the acreages of our cocoa. Once we get the grading stores to do the grading, and the people get to know that we have this reasonable quantity of this economic product, the idea is that investors, government is not too good in doing business. So, but the necessary environment that will put everything in place for investors to come in, once they know that you have it, they will come. And so the industry aspect of it will be tied to whatever we are doing. Because once they know that we have a high percentage of cocoa production, those who are in that agricultural subsector will come in and begin to build industries that will either be producing chocolate for us or even the cocoa powder. All these will be exportable products from Obudu local government. We already have people who are in talks with us to ensure that once the necessary infrastructure is on ground, they can come in to do business with us.
Okay, sir. So when you did your Thanksgiving, we were baffled to see that you have already done over 20 projects How have you been able to do that, sir?
Well, when we told our people were coming, we're going to be prudent with the resources that will be given to us and equally transparent in what we do. We knew that we were going to achieve that within the period. We are just getting into about 4 or 6 months in office, yet we have been able to touch our people to that extent. We have intervened in water, we've drilled boreholes, we've completed boreholes in 4 of our political wards. The people are already enjoying the water that is coming from those boreholes. We've intervened in education. We were able to pay, we purchased and enrolled about 150 of our JAM forms for our people. We do hope that from there they will be able to get into the tertiary institutions, as it were. We've been able to procure over 20,000 exercise books with digital marker boards and writing materials that will be distributed as the schools are opening for this third term. That's in the education sector. We've intervened in the transport subsector. We've procured minibuses, at least to intervene in the high cost of transportation that our people are faced with. We know that all this is geared towards achieving the objective of which we wrote a social contract with our people and entered into with them. If you pay, for instance, 1,500 on a short distance, those buses should be able to bring that transport fare to at least half of that cost, and the ripple effect of that cannot be overemphasized.
Okay, so sir, finally, what are your words to Cross-Riverians on keeping faith with Governor Basiletu's administration, and what are your promises to the people of the local government area?
Well, let me be very clear on our ties with His Excellency the Governor of Cross River State, our sweetest prince, who has come to redeem the image of Cross River State, as it were. We are all living testimonies to the very state of most of our infrastructure that he met on ground. So far, he has reduced the confidence of the people in governance. He has ensured that people show seriousness in the government of the day. His interventions are in myriads of the areas that all of us are living testimonies to. We have a pact, not just by any political means, but morally so. Give him all the necessary support to ensure that he achieves his dream from Cross River State. And we at the local government level will have a responsibility to work in tandem with whatever he's doing. Because of course, the local government is greatly tied to the state government. We work hand in hand, both in the state economic empowerment and development strategies. We derive our own local economic and empowerment development strategies from the state. So everything that we do, we work together to ensure that the development gets to our people as at when due. And the promise we have to our people is that essentially, one, will come that will make life, change the livelihood of our people at the local level. We're already doing it. The results are there, they are obvious, the people can see. So we already wish that they work with us, give us the enabling environment. When I say enabling environment is, they ensure that they continue to work peacefully with us. So far, we are working round the clock to ensure that Obudu enjoys peace, enjoys security. And it's been so with our efforts because we work closely with our neighbors. We are a boundary local government with Benue State, Vandikia local government. We have an interface regularly with the people of Vandikia and the people of Pande local government. All this is to ensure that we synergize on security, we synergize on peace. Because for every development to take place, we must first of all have peace at the center of it all. So we continue to tell our people, let's work, ensure that we don't cause unnecessary chaos in the society. Work with us as a government. If you see something, say something, and together we'll form a better and a thriving society for all of us.
That was on the spot with the Honorable Chairman of the Local Government Council. Like you said, there's no society that can exist without peace. There is need for all citizens to partner with the state government and local government council chairman to ensure peace and security is in every area for development to thrive. Stay with us. That is all we have on our lineup this week. We hope to be back same time next week. Do keep a date with us. I am Josephine Efanga.